I'm originally German, but I've been living here in Lebanon since 21 years, so that also makes me Lebanese. And I've been working on the issue of remembering the civil war since 2009. I don't know if you remember, in 2008 there were conflicts and fighting in the streets, and it was shocking to me to see that only 18 years after the end of the civil war, youth would go again to the streets and actually fight each other and also kill each other. So that's why I engaged in this memory work. Having said that, being German, I also saw that there wasn't enough being done about the memory of the Civil War in education, in the schools. There were some attempts from artists, from media, from filmmakers to commemorate the war, but it's not enough. So we decided to start to work on the memory of the Civil War in schools, in education, so that the young generations understand what the war is about. Because being a German, I learned myself that it's very, very important to commemorate especially difficult periods of history. So in Germany, I had a very good history teacher, and we learned about the role and the responsibility of Germany in the Second World War. And nowadays, we have a rise in right-wing populism and right-wing parties, and the danger is again more imminent than it was before. So it's more important than ever to teach the young generations about these difficult periods of history, so that they don't get repeated, or that the younger generations don't repeat the same mistakes as the older generations. That's one thing. The other thing is that I think that commemorating and having certain dates and having certain places and statues or museums is very important for healing processes. So we can see even nowadays that Lebanese society is still very much divided, and the wounds of history are still there, and they haven't healed yet. So in terms of healing, it is important to remember. And remembering or commemoration works or commemoration celebrations and days like the 13th of April is important to bring the different communities together and to realize that all communities and everyone, especially in a civil war, they have suffered the same. It doesn't matter which political or religious background they come from. And once people realize that all have suffered the same, then they also, there is a chance then to come together again, and there's a chance to heal on a societal level, on a community level, and also on an individual level.